Hello. Thanks for agreeing to set up this interview. As you know, we only have a short amount of time, so let's go ahead and get started right away. Now, I know that you've been involved in some work on community issues. Can you tell me what attracted you to the community issue that you chose at the beginning of the semester?
Good question. The community issue that I chose at the start of the semester was concussions. I chose the topic of concussions because I've been in sports my whole life, and I've seen many of my football teammates having to go through the concussion protocol before going back being able to play the sport that they love again. I thought choosing this topic would give my small group class a good opportunity to see that sports injuries are a very serious thing. Speaking about concussions was very informative to the classroom and was also very enjoyable for me myself to speak about.
Okay, thank you. Now, your materials also said that you were involved in a community issue team project that focused on a call to action. Can you share with me what call to action your team put forward and why you chose that call to action?
Thank you, Mr. Tellman. During our group speech, we actually chose to speak about abortions and not my community issue of concussions. Our call to action was challenging the classroom to take a stand against the killing of unborn babies. We chose this call to action because right now in today's society, there are way too many people that are pro-choice, and our group wants every human being, no matter how small, to have a shot at life. Another one of the goals at having this call to action was to get people to question the laws and rights in the United States of America, considering that these unborn babies basically have zero rights.
I see. Now, if I were to ask the other members of your team what they think your biggest strength is, what do you think they would say, and why do you think they would say it?
If you were going to ask another one of my group mates what my biggest strength was, I bet that they would say that my leadership qualities. Having leadership qualities can be a big help when doing a group project like this, because it helps everyone stay motivated to get the project done. They would say leadership qualities because during the project, I often got in contact with each person in the group to make sure things were going smoothly for them. Another reason they would say that being a leader was a big attribute for me was when we were practicing our speeches, I was pushing everybody to speak slower and add more content to lengthen our speech time so we could get in the correct time range.
Okay, great. What for you was the most challenging thing about working with your team?
The most challenging part for me about working in a group during this speech was making sure everybody was getting their work done in time and making sure that two or three people didn't say the exact same thing. Honestly, both of these issues were very minimal when it came to our group. That question was pretty difficult for me to answer, considering that my group worked very well together and didn't really have that many issues and got our project done well.
Thank you. Okay, last question. In 30 seconds or so, tell me what your biggest takeaway was from Comm 110 this semester. What will stick with you and be useful to you?
Good question, Mr. Tellman. My biggest takeaway from Comm 110 this semester was to make sure I practice my speeches several times before I actually get in front of a class. By practicing so many times for my speeches, I am able to get the correct time range down and also be able to memorize the speech so I can make more eye contact with my audience. A few things that will stick with me for the future of all my public speaking will be a couple small speaking techniques. A few that I will use in the future of my public speaking include using hand gestures, making good eye contact, and slowing down my speech. Using techniques like these will help me in everyday conversations and will also help me in the future careers that I will want to pursue once I graduate college.
All right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. We'll probably be in touch with you in the next few weeks or so. Take care.
Thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to conduct this interview with me. I look forward to hearing from you in the future about our company.